Hello, I am back. Welcome to my channel. I am just in the garden and I wanted to show you, take you on a little tour around. It's December, it's just about a week before Christmas, and I wanted to show you what really motivates me in winter, in autumn, when there isn't much. You would say not much to do in the garden, but you can still do stuff. And when it's more like a quiet period where you may be, reminiscing of like the summer, preparing for the next season, and what keeps me going in this kind of dull grey weather that we get a lot in UK. I'll turn you around and I'll show you a little bit. And I'll talk as I go. First things first, I want to show you these lovely rose hips. This is wild roses, and many times I take some for drying because I do use the dry hips for tea. It's full of vitamin C and it is very good for you, and I love the tea from that. But this year I left few more for the birds. I hope they will appreciate it, and maybe towards the end I might get few and dry them out for my tea. But that brings a lot of nice color into the garden now, and it's in a dark corner, so it's perfect. These lovely ferns are bringing me a lot of joy this day. I definitely will chop them down when the new fruits will start coming out. Right, what else wanted to show you? Lovely ivy. It's turning into berries, which the birds love as well, and this is a perfect habitat for them. So we have this kind of darker corner in our garden, just right there, where I don't, I prune a little bit, but I do leave a lot of stuff as it is, because it's full of birds and it's so nice just to hear them singing. It is a lovely place for them to hide. We get a lot of cats around the garden, so it's just a nice shelter for them. And I do have this lovely taxus in here, which I usually keep for my Christmas wreaths. It's a lovely foliage, and it's evergreen. This is a perfect shrub, perfect hedge, and it's a very native and quite natural for UK. You see it a lot. Then I have this lovely winter jasmine. This is Jasmine nodiflorum. It's yellow. It's not very scented, if at all, but it looks very nice in this dark corner. And again, as you can see, it's down to the ground, so it covers and provides basically a lot of shelter. Lovely Acer here. It's getting quite big. It's got such nice leaves, and I don't even know how, but I kind of missed out on the autumn. I didn't go out much because it was raining quite a lot, and now the leaves are all gone. But otherwise, it's really nice yellow, orange, red, fiery colors in the autumn. So something I wanted to talk about is like the mess in the garden, if you can call it. Stuff that you kind of didn't notice or didn't care that much about during the summer because it was covered, and now obviously it shows. Things like leaves, I tend to leave even on the grass. It might not be that good for the grass, but I do tend to leave it in for the winter, unless I do leave mulch. So I would rake them and put them into a plastic bag and leave them on for a couple of years, and then you have a really good mulch or compost. But in the borders, I definitely leave them because they provide a lot of nutrients, a lot of cover. There's a lot of life underneath, so I'm not gonna touch it. What I will do is I will take that little lump out. It doesn't serve at all anymore. This was a box. Obviously it didn't make it, so I will get that out of the ground, get rid of the labels, anything like that, but any shrubs I tend to not touch. As you can see, this little lovely hydrangea. I do use the flowers for wreaths for either autumn or winter. You can also spray them in different color. I used to put them on our Christmas tree as well. They look very, very nice. Look at this detail. It's just beautiful. It's like lace. But yeah, I leave them on because obviously it does protect the branches and the new life from getting frosty. And then I will prune the hydrangea when the time comes in spring, when there is no more threat of frost. Rambling Rose, which I did touch and prune back earlier this year in autumn, or just after flowering, late summer. It's got new growth. So yeah, hopefully we'll have a lot of new flowers. And the beds are quite sad looking now. There isn't much color. This dogwood, I think this one is Siberica. It's got lovely, lovely red stems, and it brings a pop of color in winter. I do use it for my wreaths as well, because they are very bendy. And my Christmas wreaths, or any wreaths, the base, the ring basically, I tend to make from this. And I use a lot of sustainable materials. So basically in my wreaths you won't find any wires, nothing plastic or anything like that. It's very natural, and you can basically just take the bow off and put it on your compost. But yeah, that's about Christmas wreaths. What else do we have? Those fruit trees which will be pruned in spring. So I have multiple fruit trees here. And yeah, this is what actually keeps me going. Like, I know I have stuff to do, although now it might seem there isn't much to do in the garden unless you want to be really, really neat and tidy and clear out the leaves, or, you know, cut down the stems, you know, do the maintenance that kind of saves you time in spring. But because I want to provide habitat for the wildlife, I'll leave it. And that what actually brings me joy, because I know I have something to look forward to in spring, when the sun will be back and it will be warmer, and I'll just get out in the garden and do a lot of things. When the, you know, the little invertebrates and worms, birds, bugs and stuff like that are, you know, done hibernating. And yeah, I won't disturb them during the winter. You know, they need their rest as well. They've been working hard for us all year, so they deserve that. And yeah, that what makes me happy, because I know I'm creating a lot of lists of things to do. You know, I'm putting things down in the calendar, so I know I don't have to think when it comes to the time what I need to do. It's all ready. Clematis, a few roses, last blooms. They're not the best, but lovely, of some calendulas and straw flower. So there is still a little bit of color if you leave it on. I do not touch it. A lot of seed heads left over for obviously verbena that will self-seed, but I don't mind because it's lovely and it's, you know, food for the birds as well. This is Rosa Iceberg. That is lovely in the middle of the garden. I trimmed it back quite harsh this year, and there are still some flowers because it's been recently quite warm actually. So I will have some blooms, and then when they're done I'll cut it down. What else do we have? A lot of mess, it seems like. With peonies, I leave the foliage on as well, and I just kind of crump it on top of the root, because obviously it's got little shoots on already. So yeah, I want to protect it. What else? Few more roses. These are the bulbs that I planted, tulips, and there's some anemones and ranunculus, mess, or what it seems like mess, rosemary, the greenhouse, which I had a little disaster with, which you can see in my video as well, if you look for it. And yeah, a few more bulbs. But as you can see, I try to cover as much as I can the ground. And there I have my little compost heap. And pots and stuff that are ready for the spring to be cleaned. Few digitalis foxgloves in here. The ones that Fedor, our dog, didn't stomp on. And then we are back to here. So yeah, I hope it wasn't too boring for you. I know there isn't much happening in the garden, as I said. But it's time to, you know, relax a bit as well. Maybe do some organizing in the house. You know, you can still organize your seeds. Get rid of stuff that doesn't serve you anymore, or that you want to, you know, upgrade on. And yeah, kind of mentally prepare for what's coming next year. So that's what keeps me going. And I know it might look messy and very grey and dark these days, but I want you to know that, you know, better days are coming. More flowers, more color is coming next year, and all you can do is just to prepare yourself, you know, sow some seeds that you can still to be ready for next year. And just like nature needs a break, then I think we need a break as well. So take the time to relax and take care of your mental health as well, and of your body, so you are stronger and well prepared for the next year. So I think this is my last video for this year. Thank you very much for all of you subscribing, all of you watching my videos, liking, commenting, and for keeping in touch. You can find me on Instagram as well if you haven't seen my Instagram feed yet. You can go there and follow there as well. And in the meantime, take care of yourself. Merry Christmas, and I will see you in 2024. Yeah, so get ready for the new year and be well. Merry Christmas again, Happy New Year. And thank you again very, very much for all of you supporting me. It's really helping, and I want you to know that I am very grateful for every single one of you subscribing and enjoying my content. Thank you very much. Bye bye.